Granted, today is the waning gibbous moon in Scorpio, but I still wanted to do this video to give y'all what the full moon wanted you to take from that energy. We're going to start off with some characteristics of yours so you'll know if the reading is for you. And then we're going to get your actual moon message. And lastly, to summarize it up, what the divine wants you to take from it. Going to burn some sage to make sure we're all good around these parts. Feel me? And you're going to choose from 3 piles, whichever picture resonates to you. I'm also going to play this sound bowl while we get into that. So just really take some deep breaths and tune into you while I play this. Whichever moon is calling to you, the first one that you looked at, the first one that gravitated towards you. Take some deep breaths to help tune in. And then choose the one for you. I also have this rose quartz right here just for pure energy. Thank you for liking the video and subscribing. We're going to start with pile number 1. If you chose pile number 1, this is your image. And like I said, we're going to start off with your characteristics and then your full moon message. And lastly, to summarize what the divine wants you to take from it. That's the last thing. So firstly, you start off with the Star. You also have the Page of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the 9 of Pentacles. I feel like you're a very vibrant light. You're very balanced and calm and nurturing to those around you. I feel like you're definitely the star in your family. I feel like you have this vibrant light that everybody can see and everybody gravitates towards. As far as your sign, you could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And I feel like you're very giving. You love to give and then receive, and thoughtful. You're very thoughtful. You may like birds as well. Have a connection to owls or some type of bird. And I feel like you love taking adventures. You love new things. You love exciting things. So yeah, that's your characteristics. And then we're going to get your full moon message. Y'all got emotions are running high. Super new moon. Whew. So the super new moon is a very, very emotional time, like the card says. So whatever is going on, just make sure you're grounding yourself and being true to who you are. A lot of exciting things may come up around this time. It is spring, so new energy is on the rise anyway. So whatever you're thinking about, whatever you're trying to plan, trying to manifest, trying to initiate right now, the divine is saying yes. This is also a huge, huge yes in this deck. So they just want you to know that it's okay to be emotional and happy and passionate about what you got going on. I'm also noticing a lot of purple. So you're definitely being called to maybe meditate a little bit more and get more connected to the higher consciousness. Like, it's okay to be 3D, it's okay to be down here sometimes if that's what you want to do, but being balanced will just keep you in such a bright, majestic light. And I feel like that's something that you guys really strive for. You don't want to live any basic life. You feel like you can reach for the stars. You feel like you are a star, and this is confirmation that you are. And your last message from the universe, more purple. I affirm that all life is sacred. Yes, your crown chakra is popping out heavy, heavy, heavy. The divine, you're very, very connected, very close to achieving something grand. So yeah, we're going to read on this card, and then that's going to wrap up your reading. Thank y'all so much for watching the entire video and liking it. Means a lot. Number 5. I affirm that all life is sacred. In ancient days, Egyptian was called Kem, which translates to Black Earth and refers to the fertile soil of the Nile River Valley. It is believed that both chemistry, the study of substances that form matter, and alchemy, that are the art of understanding the relationship between consciousness and matter, both find their roots in Kim's cradle of civilization. From one mind, alchemically symbolized as a circle, emerges the square of the four elements of earth, air, fire, and water. Surrounding the square, we then find the triangle of the three alchemic principles that govern the all of it all. This is kind of deep. The magnum opus is the great work of an artist, and when analyzing life with an idealized perspective, we can find the art within the natural world to be nothing short of sacred. Human beings have the potential to be the greatest pattern recognition machines, neural networks activated through experience, memory, imprinting consciousness with coded language. Nature's potions and poisons are equally potent, but with the wisdom of the alchemist, even the most poisonous forms of life can be beneficial when the elements are properly manipulated into medicine. The same is true when it comes to philosophy. If you embody the ideal of a sacred life, the foundation of your reality becomes hallowed ground, and celestial consciousness can be seen and received infinitely as you appreciate and affirm the art of unique expression within what is infinitely expressed from age to age internally. And that was like a mouthful. That was a whole lot. But long story short, when I was talking about the purple, there's something more that you're meant to interpret. There's something more that you're meant to do. So if you ever see yourself kind of people pleasing or being comfortable, like being on a certain level, just know that the divine is trying to communicate to you the key, the key to it all, because you're meant to live a very, very high vibrational, intellectual, spiritual life. I feel like maybe you guys are very spiritual. Maybe you do resonate with nature, you know, trees, the ocean, like I said, birds for some, and just being outside. So that can help you a lot right now, being outside and realizing that you should just be grateful for what you have and be grateful for who you are and everything that is, and get more connected to that sort of energy. Definitely being called to meditate a little bit more. I feel like they're both in this energy where they're just in a trance, like manifesting heavy. So yeah, if you have something to say, say it. If you want to heal up that heart chakra, something that's been bothering you, do it now. Now is the time. I hope you enjoyed the reading and I hope it resonated. If it did, like the video and comment. Peace. If you chose pile number 2, this was your image. And like I said, we're going to get your characteristics and traits to see if the reading resonates for you. And then we're going to get your full moon message. And lastly, to wrap it up, summary of what the divine wants you to take from the message. So starting off, we have the Hermit. You have the Fool, the World, and the King of Wands. Already off the back, you could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or you could also be a Virgo, since in Virgo heavy with that Hermit energy, the Fool, and then that just reminds me of Virgo. And the World, very grounded, very intense energy in who you are, and I feel like you've known that as a young child. I think that you're humble, but you are very confident with the line in the background, screaming confidence with that Leo energy. I think that nobody can really rock you like that. You're very, very solid financially and within. If you aren't solid financially, then you will be eventually. I feel like you like to be by yourself. You like to have a lot of time alone. And you also kind of like to drift off into space sometimes and just be in nature, be around water specifically. I'm sensing that. And some of you like to walk a lot. So yeah, that's your characteristics. And your full moon message is you are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. Yes, I'm definitely sensing some Virgo energy, or you could just be earth energy. And the divine wants you to know that you are all that you need to feel fulfilled. You are all that you need in order to be the best version of yourself. You can be successful. You're beautiful. I feel like a lot of you are so beautiful. Your energy is just so vibrant. Like, you give off a healing energy when it comes to the heart. I feel like you're very caring, very compassionate. And sometimes when you are such a light like that, you can get taken advantage of. So the universe wants you to know that you're enough. Like, you don't need people to validate you, and it's time to start giving more to yourself with that Virgo energy, because they really love to give. So you're definitely being called to give more to yourself. And in the beginning I said I had this rose quartz energy. Maybe you should put some of that around you to kind of heal the heart if anything's detrimental or anything is kind of tearing you apart inside. I feel like you're definitely being called to get some rose quartz. So I was called to say that. And then lastly, your last message to sum it up: I relate in peace. I'm gonna read on the card too, but I'm gonna give my own interpretation. Not only are you guys givers, but a lot of you guys are healers, and you're meant to use your hands. You're meant to be a very peaceful being. And like I said, that uplifting, heart-filled energy, you guys make people feel safe. You guys make people feel good about themselves. So if everything was resonating and this part is kind of like, I'm not really like that, then you're meant to be like that. You're meant to be so content in who you are and knowing who you are. So I think that you're meant to be spread peace more than anything. And I'm gonna read on the card for you, and that's gonna wrap up y'all's reading. Thank you so much for watching the entire reading, and thank you for liking the video. Number 12. The word peace is defined as freedom from disturbance, quiet, and tranquility, but also finds its origins in the Anglo-French word paix, which is freedom from civil disorder. Rest in natural great peace. Natural. I don't know what is wrong. Rest in natural great peace. This exhausted mind, being helpless by karma and neurotic thought, like the relentless fury of pounding waves and infinite ocean of samsara. That was a quote. Human beings are living, breathing metaphors, each a tiny universe. Involving the elements in the BBC program Wonders of the Universe, the great physicist Brian Cox once stated that we are the cosmos made consciousness, and perhaps the consciousness we participate in throughout our life experience is part of the ordered chaos of great cosmic scheme. The infinite ocean of samsara can be thought of as the never-ending process of creation, creating cosmic awareness, dreamers, dreaming dreamers, death being but a door to rebirth. Mystiques of days gone by knew of this infinite cycle and studied the sacred nature of humans as a piece of poetry in motion, ordered creation, which mimics the divine mind of the universe. That is so deep. I love that. I relate in peace as an ideal allows for ordered civility and reality programmed with peaceful tranquility as we consciously flow through samsara's infinite ocean with embodied serenity. I liked that. That was very interesting, and it kind of did tie this in together for me. So like I said, you're definitely meant to be a spreader of peace. I think that if you're not in that energy right now, or you feel like you're not doing enough with your life, like in a 3D way, because Virgo is also known for that too, like wanting to belong and wanting to feel like you're contributing in this like great way. Sometimes it's like two sides Virgos. You're either that way or you just really don't give a fuck, but most of y'all really do give a fuck. So long story short, I said all that to say, just being a great person could just be your mission. Like doing great things, like going to community service. Like you don't have to have this spectacular life or spectacular idea of who you are to someone else. You get what I'm saying? It's okay to just be and be who you are. Like, hey, this is me and this is just who I'm going to be. So that wraps up your reading. I hope it resonated. If it did, like the video and comment. Peace. Hello, pal number 3. Last but not least, we're going to get right into your reading. Like I said, We're going to get your characteristics and kind of traits on who you are to see if it resonates. Then we're going to get your full moon message. And lastly, we're going to get a summary from the divine to wrap it up and really put in your head what they want you to take from it. So really pay attention to that one. Okay. Starting off, you got the 8 of Cups. You also got the King of Pentacles. The 10 of Cups. And the World. So your sign could be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. It could also be an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. I think that you're a very great person. I think you're big on family and morals and love and just pure energy. I think that you have a lot of good karma usually, like because of the things that you do and because of the things that you put out there, a lot of good things come to you and work out for you. You are a very interesting person though, kind of like a lone star, kind of like to be reserved, like to be alone, but love is very, very important to you. Like that's something that you don't really play about, and you're all about just doing good because you know that's really seeped into your head, like that if you don't do good, it'll come back to you. So you always just try to be a good person, just do to that. And that's your characteristics. Your message is you and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. If you are worried about anything or anyone in your family right now, the divine really, really wants you to take in that everything is going to be okay. You're going to be okay. Cancer is all about family, like I said. So that confirms the family-oriented mindset and just that. I don't like to say this word a lot, but yeah, y'all are the ride or die. Y'all are the person that somebody can definitely call when there's chaos going on, or just to feel better, just to feel nurtured, and just to feel okay. People really like to talk to you guys and be around you guys. And if you are dealing with some family issues right now, the divine wants you to know that eventually it's going to be okay. Just always spread that nurturing energy. Blue is popping out a lot in y'all reading to me. So if there's something you need to say or would like to say or need to let out, now is a great time to let it out with this spring equinox energy and just new energy. Like if you really want to release something and let things go, you're definitely being called to do it now, because you also got the new moon. So that's your new moon message. I mean, full moon message. I remain in balance with my emotions. Yin and yang. I feel like this is gonna be my path. That's like literally my favorite sign, and I just love what it truly represents. It truly represents the balance between the masculine and the feminine, and knowing that like you're gonna need both. So community, teamwork, that's gonna be a lot for you right now. I remain in balance with my emotions. Yeah, you're being called to release so that way you can be a little bit more balanced. Like if it's something that kind of makes you uneasy every time you're around it or someone, then you're being called to release that energy, release that attachment, and just become a little bit more balanced. That way your family life, love life, and career could just move more freely and more smoothly. And the divine wants you. You are so much of a nurturing and such a good light, and that people like to come to, that it's easy to project off something else. So if something's wrong with you, or something's like somebody's making something wrong with you, then that's something that needs to really be fixed at this time frame in your life. You're being called to balance that so that you can go to the next level, because you have a lot of levels. You're very grounded. You have empathy, which a lot of people don't, and then good energy comes to you. So it's a no-brainer that you're going to live a great and fulfilled life. And just again, with more blue, you need to release something, you need to say something to someone, you need to let it go. But I'm also going to read on that card for y'all, and that'll wrap up your reading. Thank you for watching the entire reading, and thank you for liking the video if it resonates. If it doesn't resonate, just like that shit. Number 18. The ancient Egyptians considered the heart to be the most sacred organ, as this consciousness, center of emotion and memory, was thought to be the key that unlocks the doors to heaven on earth and their hereafter. In the Egyptian Book of the Dead, Anubis weighs the heart of the deceased against the feather of Mat, representing truth and justice. And if the heart is as light as a feather, you are granted permission to pass into the heavenly paradise of the fields of the Hetep and Eru. However, if the heart is dense with the destructiveness of anger, vice, sadness, and wrongdoing, amid an Egyptian goddess known as Devourer or Soul Eater consumes the heart, and you are unable to pass to the next world. Skim through it. Remaining in balance with emotions can be a challenge. The head and the heart can at times be in opposition with each other. Like the opposing hemispheres of the brain, logic, and feeling don't always agree, yet they must work together in order to function as a whole. Such is the same internal agreement with the heart and the mind. Reconciliation of thought and feeling allows life to remain light, in balance with the harmony of being. This harmony is a full spectrum of sound, color, feeling, and the vibration encompassing all the notes of the scales and experience. The mind provides memory to serve as a teacher, a greater lens of awareness for reality, but it too does not attach to expectations, notions of wrongs, or thoughts with ill intention for the darker notes of this infinite scale. Yeah, that just confirmed a lot. Y'all have even though you're like a really good person, it's a lot of negative things that has happened to you and that you need to release. So you're being called to never let that part consume you, but use it in your life, and don't let people take advantage of you. Set boundaries, and if there's still something internally that kind of messes you up a little bit, or you don't feel calmness within your lifetime at this point, you need to definitely get a handle on that, cleanse it. In the beginning, I told you guys that I had this rose quartz, and this is all about healing the heart. So I think you definitely need some cleansing. That new moon energy is kind of tying together some cleansing and some balancing in order to remain the great person that you are, because it's very easy to tilt to too much to the light or too much to the dark. We're meant to be balanced. They're meant to be together, not apart. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. Make sure you like it if you do, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.